Hey everybody, welcome back to another week. This week I was lucky enough to find 5 sleeves of Mega Evolution, 5 sleeves of Phantasmal Flames, and 5 sleeves of Paradox Rift. Now, I'm going to shuffle these up because for some reason, whenever we do these, we always do the quote unquote favorites first. And now, however they land is how we're going to open them. So, start from this end. Let's do a Paradox Rift. Hopefully, we get better pulls than our last video. Well, ironically, in our last video, I said we didn't get anything good. But then when I watched it back, I realized that I ended up getting an SIR. It's funny how when you get the trainer SIRs, it doesn't exactly feel like a pull now, does it? 2 Paradox Rift in a row. But we are actually about 100 subscribers away from the first giveaway of the channel. Let's get that energy out of there. Nada. I actually had somebody comment on the last video if he would get him and 5 of his friends to subscribe to the channel, if they were be able to get one of the boxes. Now I wrote, you probably didn't hear a word I said up until now. Not a professional by any means. But so I had somebody comment on the last video if he would get 4 other friends to subscribe to the channel if they could get one of the boxes. Basically trying to bypass the giveaway and more or less trying to bribe me with subscribers. And I have no issues with the channel being, you know, slow and steady growth. If there is no growth, then, it is what it is. It's not that big a deal. At least to me, it's not. You know, I'm just here to help myself, more or less, by finding people that are also, into Pokemon, into collecting. I actually have a couple of friends that they didn't really collect steadily, but due to my, making a YouTube channel, they decided that they would more or less buy more often. One of them ended up pulling the gold Charizard from Phantasmal Flames. Another one, all right, not bad. We got an EX from the Mega Evolution. Another one ended up buying some Japanese Ascended Heroes. What is it called? Mega Dream, I think, in Japanese. Bought a couple of boxes from that, and he ended up pulling the he ended up pulling the gold Dragonite. So maybe I'm due for a high end SIR or ultra hyper rare or whatever they're called. So hopefully we get one today. Hopefully we get a few hits today. And nothing. But either which way, we are about 100, if I remember correctly. We're like 145 subscribers or something along those lines. I keep saying I'm going to make a short because more people actually view shorts than the long form videos. But, whoops, confusing myself a little bit. So once I make an announcement with the shorts that I will be doing a giveaway, hopefully we start growing the channel a little bit faster. And, get some of you guys some free cards. Now, it's all Paradox Rift. We get there faster, and I don't really have high hopes of the channel ever becoming monetized or anything along those lines. But if we ever do, um, I'm going to be doing a lot more giveaways, and hopefully, we could share the wealth with everybody. And yeah, basically, hopefully, we continue to grow. We continue to become more steady with views and all that. For some reason, sometimes the packs open right away, and sometimes I have a very hard time with them. It's kind of ridiculous. A little disappointed today. Mega Evolutions. I keep saying Mega Evolutions. It's Mega Evolution. But, listen, I don't know why I do it, but if I start calling something one way, I'm just going to call it that for as long as forever, basically. I had a friend, he, excuse me, he had a girlfriend, and I want to say his girlfriend's name was Athena. For some reason, when I first met her, I was like, you know what? You look like an Irene to me. And I think he dated this girl for a year, maybe two. Called the poor girl Irene for 2 years, even though it wasn't her name. Hopefully, we get a Charizard in the Charizard pack. But once something gets ingrained in the noggin for me, there's no changing it. So I will continue to call it Mega Evolutions. Now, really bad luck with these sleeves. Maybe there's a reason that they were just sitting there on the shelf. I mean, come on. We are 12 packs in, and we got one EX card. Maybe the Pokemon gods are annoyed at me for saying I didn't get anything good last week when I actually got an SIR. But am I the only one who feels like trainer cards, for some reason, they're just not as exciting to get? All right. Another EX. We got a Mega Gengar. But trainer card that I was saying, I have a very short attention span sometimes, are, I don't know, it feels kind of like a letdown. Like, I know people say that EXs are hits and trainers are hits and all that kind of stuff. Now, granted, some trainers have really nice arts and they're really nice to get. But then there's other ones that, they're just not, they're not as nice to get. And I don't know if it's just me, but, like EX cards, yeah, they're okay. They're not too shabby, but all right, let's see. Get last pack magic, or are we going to end the day with two EX cards? All right. All right, we got the Charizard pack. Let's do this one the right way. We shall code card, energy. Oh man, I'm just thinking about it now. It's gonna be a very, very boring and dull video. Yep. All right, well, you win some, you lose some. We've still got two decent cards here. Manectric EX and the Mega Gengar. And as always, see y'all next week.